This is crazy. This is huge. All right. So much is happening right now. We got Robert Saleh talking to the media, and quick little update on that. He's not giving any sort of information on Aaron Rodgers. According to him, there's nothing there. There's nothing new to talk about. To be honest with you, I wasn't expecting much because, in Saleh's words here, Rodgers is still a member of the Packers. So the last place you want to be is like the Miami Dolphins, a team who has their first round pick docked for tampering. So I don't mind. I'm completely fine with Robert Saleh basically taking a pass, punting on the Aaron Rodgers stuff and throwing his hands up saying, hey, we don't have any information on it. He's still a Packer. It is what it is. So I'm totally fine with it. But we have some breaking NFL news here that I can't even believe. Lamar Jackson has requested a trade from the Baltimore Ravens. And, a part of me feels like this was coming at some point, but another part of me is just like, man, you don't see a unanimous MVP request this stuff is like unprecedented. Like, this is nuts. We all know that this has been a major storyline, a major talking point for like national like media and whatnot for a couple months, really, since like the end of the season, or really like mid-season. But for the Ravens fans, this has been an ongoing issue for a long time. Lamar Jackson just hasn't received that long-term big money extension. And, again, he's a former MVP in his prime of his career. Look, real quick. This does not guarantee that he is going to be traded. This does not mean that Baltimore is just like, well, got to move on. Got to move him now. He requested a trade. It's out there. See you later. We'll just take anything for him. Not the case at all. They could very well just keep him and, eventually work out a long-term deal. But I will say this, for it to have gotten this far, like with the non-exclusive tag and all these different things being we're a couple weeks in a free agency, and this extension is like, this is just mind-blowing to me. But here's why it really benefits the Jets. Number one, there's another quarterback on the market. That's obvious, right? If the Jets are a little weary about Aaron Rodgers' age, if the Packers are just making it too hard and the Jets feel like they're presenting a fair offer and Green Bay's like, no, we want the 13th pick and more, whatever it is, they're just being way too stingy with it. Now this gives the Jets another option, right? It feels weird saying plan B, but, there's a second option out there for the New York Jets, and that's massive. Now the Jets can pivot. The second reason why it benefits the Jets is because it helps the Jets in their trade discussions with Aaron Rodgers. So if Aaron is still plan A for, Saleh, for Douglas, for Woody Johnson here, he's still the guy. The Jets, and I hate to use this word here because I feel like everybody has talked about it so much over these past couple of weeks. The Jets have gained more leverage from this happening, right? Because Lamar's out there, New York can just call Green Bay up and say, hey, you know what? If you don't take our deal, we're gonna pivot and move on to Lamar, and move forward that way. So either way, the Jets want Lamar. It's a win because now he's officially requesting a trade. And it's more realistic than it was maybe a year ago, maybe, 4 or 5 months ago here. And then number two, you can now use Lamar Jackson, a potential trade question mark, as leverage in talks with the Green Bay Packers. I will say this, though. Things have to move fast because there's another team out there that doesn't have a quarterback, doesn't really have a plan. I don't really know what they're doing, and they just brought in a brand new head coach from Philly, Seichin. Colts. What are the Colts going to do? They got jumped by the Panthers at 1. They're taking a quarterback. The Texans, their in-division rivals, are going to be selecting 1 and 2. Do the Colts want to sit there at 4 and hope for the third or fourth best available quarterback? Maybe they view Will Levis as a guy who, maybe he's number 2 on their board. I don't know how Indy is viewing this quarterback room, but they brought in Gardner Minshew. If you're the Colts and now all of a sudden you pick up the phone and say, hey, we are starting this offer with the 4th overall pick to Baltimore, that's pretty enticing. And I don't feel like the draft is literally a month away on the day. Yeah, today's March 27th. So, not a lot of time left. Not a lot of time left here. Okay, so I could see the Colts being a major factor here. I definitely feel like they should call, they should inquire. So if you are the New York Jets, you got to get on the phone, or I guess it's the league meeting. So however it's all worked out. But no, get in contact with the Green Bay Packers and let's get this thing rolling. Let me know your thoughts down below, and as always, go Jets.